Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Rednic79. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming to my channel and checking it out. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for all your support. Thanks for watching my videos and for all your great comments over the years. I just wanted to give everyone an idea of what exactly my channel is about and a little bit of background information on myself, so you kind of know what I'm doing here and why. So on this channel, I'm going to be building pretty much anything. I'm not going to be limited to one thing or another. I do a lot of metalworking, I do woodworking, I could be building a piece of furniture, I could be doing a piece of artwork, but any kind of fabrication stuff with any medium would be, I think, the best way I could describe it. My name is Nick, that's where I got the name Rednick, and I'm in my 30s. I'm not a metalworker by trade, I'm actually an automotive mechanic. So all this stuff that I do here I actually do in my spare time as just a hobby. So I've been doing it for many years, probably since I was about 10 years old. I think was the first time I started welding. So it's not new to me, but I don't have an unlimited budget and I'm working with what I have and scrap metals and that kind of thing. So if anyone's interested in getting involved and doing this kind of stuff, this is probably a good channel for you, because I don't, like I said, have an unlimited budget, so I'm making do with what I have to build anything I can think of, really. I'd like to, I always say I'd like to kind of do things the hard way and really figure out how things work as opposed to just buying something. So anyways, like I said, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to try and do a video every 2 weeks of me building something. Could be anything. I do have a few projects that I've kind of been working on over the years, like my screw drive tractor and stuff like that, that will kind of get thrown in between. But generally I want to keep my videos to something that's real, something I'm actually building, not just me screwing around and drinking beer out in the shop, which I do as well, but I'm not going to bore you guys with that kind of stuff. So anyways, please subscribe, and I'll try and stay true to what I'm doing here, and I really hope you can give me some great comments and feedback, because that is why I'm doing this. I really like the comments and it really helps me learn. I've had so much help from everyone over the years on YouTube, and so many great suggestions that have actually allowed me to progress in lots of these projects. So without further ado, some of my subscribers have asked me for just a tour of the shop here of my garage. I've been in here for about 6 months now, so it's been a lot of work to get it going just the state it is now, but they just kind of wanted to know what kind of tools I'm using, and just in case they were looking into getting into this kind of stuff. Some of you who are already doing this probably is going to think that this might be maybe not for you, but anyways, I'll show you what I'm doing and what I have around the shop, and I guess we'll start building some stuff from there. So anyways, thanks for watching. Well, I guess the main tool, the one that really I can't function without, is my welder. I actually just picked this one up about a year ago. It's a Lincoln PowerMig 210 MP multi-process welder. I generally run it on 120 volts with the gas, and I haven't used any of the other processes, so buying a multi-process probably was a waste of time. But anyways, I've used a lot of different welders over the years, most of them being 120 volts, so most of the stuff I'm doing I can get away with that. If I need to weld something heavier, I will arc weld it. I do have an arc welder out at the cottage that I can use for that kind of stuff, for more of the farm tractor kind of stuff. But next thing I got going is my plasma cutter. It's a Miller Spectrum 375. I've had this thing for about, I think, 6 to 8 years now. This is a great tool, and it really allows you to get into the next phase of fabrication, if you ask me. I mean, I can pretty much cut out any shape I want, and the sky's the limit, anything you want to build. To go with that, you do need a big compressor. This is a 5-horse 18 CFM compressor that a friend of mine built for me, actually. And so those are kind of my 3 main tools in the shop here. You also notice I do have a lot of clamps, which I use for all kind of stuff like that. And yeah, that's about it for this section of the shop anyways. I think I'll just kind of go through the shop here and just list off some of the stuff I have, and maybe later I'll go back to it and tell you exactly whether it's worth buying or not. But obviously I have this awesome fridge full of beer and whiskey, which definitely fuels my imagination some nights good, some nights bad. This being the home base over here, where I've got my kind of wrenches set up. I have a computer in the shop, which I use for Googling stuff and looking at YouTube and, you know, when you're researching an idea or what have you. Also got a whole bunch of assortment of different saws and drills and sanders, and this is one of my go-tos here actually, is the metal cutting portable bandsaw. I do not have a big unit, so I do use this thing pretty much for cutting all my metal needs. I do actually have an abrasive chop saw, but I don't really like using it because it's too dusty. So anyways, hammers and squares, and I already talked about my welder and my plasma cutter and compressor. Over here I do have a small little metal lathe, which is kind of a luxury item, but it does allow you to do some neat stuff. This is a really old Craftsman lathe, which is actually given to me by a friend of the family, and really appreciate that. Also over here I do have a valve grinding machine. I do not use this for valve grinding, but it does allow you to, well, I use it for grinding in general, like just holding something to it, but I can also chuck something in here and spin it, and then I have the option of moving this side to side as well. So sometimes I'll actually bolt a vise to this and it'll allow me to grind at an angle and that kind of thing. So I kind of use it for a different purpose. It's kind of the most ridiculous grinder you could possibly have, but anyways, sometimes sparks my imagination to get some other things done. Yeah, assortment of air tools, which I run off the compressor here, and glues and that kind of stuff. Then I also get into some of my woodworking stuff. Thickness planer. I have a little Makita chop saw, which is a great little tool. My table saw, and then I also have this old drill press, which is a beautiful unit, Canadian brand, and just an awesome drill press that I've kind of fixed up a little bit, but kind of a assortment of drill bits over here. And then I also have the sandblasting cabinet, which I can clean up. I do my propane tank wood stoves and that kind of thing. I'll throw them in there. This here is probably the most important part of the shop. If you really want to get into metalworking, you need a pile of junk. There is no way that you're going to go out and buy every piece of metal that you need new. It would just cost you a fortune. So anytime anyone is throwing out metal, I take it. And I just keep the good stuff here. Out at the cottage, I have a whole huge area full of metal, so I'll kind of restock myself from there. But never let anyone throw anything out. I think to be an inventor with using junk, you almost have to be a semi-hoarder as well, so unfortunately. But anyways, I got a pretty decent collection of bolts in my bolt bin here. These are all my plasma cutter templates that I've made over the years for different projects. And then I stay pretty organized. I mean, I'm pretty anal about keeping everything all together. I try to be anyways. You know, I got bearings, sprockets, pins, chains, different metal screws and clips and springs and other screws that I might need. I have a certain amount of wood in stock at all times in case I want to make a table or something like that. I'm actually going to start making some outdoor furniture with this old reclaimed fence boards. And up here I just have a selection of paints and other chemicals. I do have a scroll saw that I use sometimes for other things. And yeah, that's about it for the shop. Oh, this is kind of a neat project I'm probably going to get into at some point, is I actually found this kayak. We have a free day here, and someone was throwing it out on the side of the road. So for now I just screwed it to the roof of the garage because it's just so darn cool. But I may try reskin that or even put some kind of stupid motor in it, even though that'll cause the purists to probably faint, but hey, what the hell. I do most of my work off of this center island table, which I really am hoping to upgrade and building into my own table. For now, this isn't exactly the sturdiest thing in the world, but got my vise on there. And then also, when I first got this garage, it had no sheeting or anything, so I I actually built this ceiling. So I put this nook in here, and I'm actually going to be designing and building a whole ventilation system and filter system for the shop here that's going to go up inside that nook. You see I've kind of got a kind of butcherous one in here right now that I'm using, but I want to get a big furnace blower and then have the capability of really venting the shop out better. So that's basically the tour. I mean, you can see my screw tractor is still sitting here. I still haven't even seen why that's acted up on me. I have some of my other projects lying around, but that's about the gist of it. Well, that's the quick tour of the garage anyway, so thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. Once again, please subscribe, click in the top left corner of the screen there if you're interested, and I guess the next step is I got to build something. So anyone ever have any suggestions of things they want me to build, feel free to throw it out there. Like I said, I do watch every comment. So anyways, take it easy.